What's up, everyone? Gambit Cheese here with another LCS recap of day number 4. This is Samsung Ozone versus Gambit. We start off with Genja checking the bush with his face and forcing himself to go back and lose a very early lead against an already strong Caitlyn Sona lane. So that causes him to really get far behind. And I do want to say that this game is a very good example of a Korean style game, and right after this gank I'll talk about that. We do have Diamond coming in here trying to make a play. He's got his passive up, of course, so he's ready to do some work. He is taking a lot of damage though. We've got Day Day in the mid as Ezreal. LCS trying to put off as much damage as possible. Dandy does a good job of at least juking out. He grabs the first blood with his Q, and Day Day is able to jump over the wall and pick up a second kill for SSO in the early game. And after this point we see really no more kills for a very long time. But SSO methodically take tower after tower with this amazing siege composition, and they all group up very nicely and transition from lane to lane, taking tower after tower, and that is going to eventually gain them this game. And it really is, that's all it comes down to. This game is just SSO grouping up together and sieging towers with this double AD composition. And it's interesting, they actually banned out Shin in order to make it so that there was really not a very good counter to this strategy. And even though Gambit does grab Dragon and keeps it somewhat even, they just don't have an answer to the amazing positioning and forceful pushing that Samsung Ozone is bringing to the table. And even though they would like to engage back on this, there's just really no engage potential for their team. So in all of these clips, you can see SSO just slowly setting up these traps. You've got the 3 Caitlyn traps ready to go there. So there's really no way that Gambit could actually re-engage up on this safely. Now, in this particular case, they know, okay, we have to do something, or this game is just, it's just going to end slowly. And so we have a nice little engage actually coming in as Voidal gets a really good Zyra ultimate. And there goes the LCS with his Karthus. And really, as much work as they do there, they still lose the fight because at this point they're just so far behind. And actually, Samsung Ozone do a great job of positioning themselves and splitting up so that, you know, they really have a nice AoE team, Gambit does, and it's just not able to really work out, and SSO is just much stronger in those little small skirmish engage type situations. And then they end up taking that turret, finish off everyone except for Darien on Gambit's side, and they take their first inhibitor at 28 minutes into the game. Now, just a little bit further, they are going to continue this siege, taking yet another turret and inhibitor. Once again, a fight will break out here in just a second as Gambit tries their best to defend with the Karthus wall going in and everything else, but it's just not enough for them to actually stop this inhibitor from going down. Danny comes in for the knockup, and, you know, if they were a little bit farther behind, that might have actually been a good spot for Gambit to really come back and make a play here, as they do seem to get a nice engage, but it's just too late, you know, too little too late, as Samsung Ozone have already taken this game, and there's nothing that Gambit could do to come back at this point, save for maybe a miracle. And Samsung Ozone is just really playing very nicely. So overall, that's really it. That's the game. It was kind of a boring match to watch overall, but it was interesting. The playstyle of the Koreans, and very methodical, and in the way that they were actually able to take this game without needing to take any kills. They just literally took objective after objective, and that was the game. And Gambit just was not prepared for that style of play. So overall, I did enjoy watching that style, and hopefully you guys like the game as well, and I'll see you around for the next one. I'm Colby Cheese. Peace out.